Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have all of my wax empties for the month of December 2017. All of these have had some sort of review already on my channel because I do a breakdown. There's technically 3 of these videos in a month. I always do a what I've melted from, let's say, from December 1st to the 15th, and I do another half from the 16th of, like, for example, just 16th of December to the 31st of December, and then I do a roundup of all the things I've actually finished. So I'm not going to go into major detail. What I will do, though, of course, is tell you, if there's something that says stand out for a good reason, a bad reason, I'll mention that, and whether I'll repurchase or have I repurchased. And you can see my hands move. I've got some Italian or something. I do, actually, heritage. So anyway, I like to talk with my hands. Anyway, we will start off with some candles. Here is the very first candle, and apologize for the band-aid, but I really slammed my thumb back in the end of October, and my thumbnail is doing some real fun things now. Didn't want to gross anybody out, so anytime I'm doing a video, I've got a band-aid on my thumb at the moment. I might be going to the store shortly after this, and I'm gonna try to see if I can find some fun band-aids, a little more exciting than these plain Jane ones. Anyway, this was from the Fanny Bay Candle Company. This is actually, I'll show you the address on the bottom and their phone numbers. It's a Canadian company on Vancouver Island, which is the island of which I live. It was in the scent Mulberry, and it was like a really cool, like, it was a good size, not a votive, but like, doesn't even say, it never said how much, like, ounce-wise there was in this candle. I would say, compared to a Bath & Body Works 14.5 ounce, I'd say this would be like an 8-ounce candle, and it burnt very well. I just wish there was a little bit more throw in it, but I did mention that in the video that I did a while ago. And that was a Throwback Thursday, as well as this one. Love this one. It's Root Candles Blue Basil or Basil, and this is beautiful. This is the old packaging that they have. It burnt really, really well. I know it looks yucky on the outside. I don't really care as long as the candle burns right and smells well. Smells great, and it did. And that's because of the beeswax, and that's why it is that way. But I really like this. I've had this scent before. My friend Josh sent me another one. I really enjoy this scent. It is very, very nice. Quite enjoy it. Try to make this look a little pretty for you. All right. Pomegranate Prosecco Punch. I have learned that in the year, even including vendor wax, I am not a pomegranate person. Now, this one on cold smells, and I already did a review, of course, on this one. It does on cold smell like baby powder, more or less, but there's something about pomegranate and I just don't like it as much as many other people out there. So it would not be a repurchase for me. But this was, it was a nice to try it and to see what it was like, because who knows, right? Can't make a judgment until you actually burn it, I guess. But yeah, so there's that. This is a second champagne toast. My parents were here visiting me for Christmas, and my mom brought me this candle. She said I only burnt it once, but I really wasn't really finicky about the scent. And of course, my mom's not one to take things back to a store, so I said, yeah, absolutely, you can bring it down with you when you come to visit. So she did. Now, I've already melted this. It was a Throwback Thursday a few weeks ago, and I did like the champagne toast. But this one in particular, unfortunately, as you can see, the color change depicts exactly how it smells. So it got to this point and it got really stinky. Got that whole kerosene burnt candle smell. So I have to, I'm not even going to save that candle because it's not worth saving. Very big surprise to me. I've already mentioned it in one of my other videos. I have a fake Christmas tree. I was very hesitant on getting this candle, burning it, because I just wasn't sure how I would have felt about it. But this is from last year, Bath & Body Works Fresh Balsam. This was great. I was pleasantly surprised. There's some wax melts, which I'll show you, which are pine or whatever, and I think that pine's just too much for me. Balsam was perfect. I really enjoyed this, and it was great ambiance for, having a faux tree as well. So I really enjoyed this. And although I didn't see it at my local Bath & Body Works this last trip for SAS, if I find one more, I'll pick this up and save it for next year's Christmas. I really enjoyed that. And like I said, balsam, yes. Pine, no. If it's pine on its own anyway. Frosted Cranberry is a tried, tested, true repurchase after repurchase after repurchase. This is an older packaging, but that's because I have like 5 or 6 of them. I really love the packaging. I'm not huge on packaging, and I say that all the time, but I mean, I love how 3D they've made this, all the sugar and things like that. I think it's great. This is one of my favorite scents from Bath & Body Works, like all year round. It's my favorite scent, but it's one of my all-time favorites for winter from any vendor, any candle company, anything like that. I have lots in my back stock, so I don't need to repurchase, but if I was out and I found it at SAS, I would absolutely repurchase that. Another one I absolutely love, 'Tis the Season. Love, love, love the scent of this. Unfortunately, we got about that far. It was drowning, as you can see, it was like drowning wicks, smell of kerosene, and again, I'm not wasting my time on candles that do this to me. As you'll see down the road, I'm slowly chunking up certain candles that I really love the scents of and putting them into, I'm just waiting on some bakery bags right now, but to put them into the bakery bags because this is what's happening. I'd say 60 to 75% of the time with my candles from Bath & Body Works, they get that kerosene smell, and it doesn't matter. I do my best trimming the wicks and all that stuff, but that one didn't even need to be trimmed. I mean, it was puny wicks from the scratch, right from the start. But on the flip side, we have a wax melt of 'Tis the Season from Bath & Body Works. I've had this for a year. Now in Canada, it shows you right here in Canadian dollars, full price is $4.50, which is ridiculous because this is not a lot of wax. This is 0.97 ounces. I literally dropped this open and put it into one of my melters. I do love the scent though. So I am looking forward to chunking up my 'Tis the Season that I have and saving that, chunking up for next year because I think that will be very nice. All right, so some one-offs. Super, super strong, very strong, and a balance of mint, like peppermint and cocoa or hot chocolate. Very, very strong. I should have learned. I mentioned in another video I had to use two cubes in each warmer, and I really could have gotten away with one, but I didn't know because I put these two in first, those two sets in first. I'm like, holy cow. Anyway, so this was very strong, but very, very nice. Actually, we'll do that there. This was a gift. L3 Waxy Wonders Winter is Coming, which is blue sugar, peppermint, eucalyptus. Beautiful. It was a small little sample. It looked like, I think this one was a donut shape. It was good in my bathroom and quite strong. Very, very nice. I'm not a fan of these bags, and you won't see too many of these bags from me much more, at least from Destination Wax. I do enjoy Destination Wax for their scent shots, but these bags I just can't do. And when I made a big order back in spring, most of my items came in these bags, and I didn't know that anyway. But this was a surprise pop, awesome, strong. It was just one lily put, and the peppermint mocha was, or sorry, yeah, coffee. In the coffee genre and peppermint mocha. This was very good, and I will say, this was strong, but most of the ones I get in those little baggies are not strong for me. And two different vendors, but I've talked about how I do like to mix and yeah, I like to mix my wax. So I would do Olive Branch, which is a lush type. From Make Sense Candles, I used 1 bunt to a half of a mustache from, it's now the Smell Good shop, but this was then the Wilma's shop that you see there in the barber shop. Mixed together, fabulous blend. I really enjoyed that, and definitely something I would look into creating down the road for myself. Yeah, exactly, down the road. I think that would be really, really good. Okay, so we're gonna do. Now, if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you will have seen, and also on YouTube, you will have seen I did pick up 2 advent calendars. Wax advent calendars. One of them was from Super Tarts, the other one's from Mandala Melts, which is a Canadian company. I haven't pulled, I'm very, very, I don't know how to say it. I'm very stubborn. I had a melting basket already set for December, and I knew I had these advents, but also too, I'm not one to melt something if I don't like it. So I wanted to open the advents, and then come January, which is now, I'm going to start pulling things that I think would be right for January that I still like. From both of those wax advents. So anyway, you've seen this particular company quite a few times now, especially on Instagram. So it's Jasmine by Mandala Melts. She said she's changing the bags. She's just trying to get through some of the bags that she has. This is that same kind of sticky bag as DW Wax. Anyway, this is in Lavender Laundry. This was really great. It was a huge chunk. Threw really well, but I got more of the lavender than the laundry. And then I first of all, this one was fantastic. Flourish and Bots. Oh, so she did a Harry Potter collection. So this is tart cranberries and ginger ale. Fabulous. Absolutely scrumptious. I really love that one. Strong. This one's Lord of Misrule. If you're anyone who enjoys Lush, this was a dupe for Lord of Misrule. You'll see a couple here coming up. I believe I got like a Lush sampler. Patchouli, vanilla, black pepper. 100% exact dupe for Lord of Misrule, and it was very strong. Snow Cake is exactly, again, a dupe for Lush. Lush's Snow Cake. Now, I don't know. I think I wrote... anyway, this is marzipan. Sweet marzipan, that kind of thing. So it's like more of an almond. So if you like almond scents, you would like Snow Cake. And Yognog. Oh, what a bliss. Now, this was not the one from my Advent, but we did get one in our Advents, which I'm happy about, which was funny because I did have a bath bomb from last year's 2016's Lush collection that was in the Yognog scent, and I had a bath the night before, and then not unknowingly, the next day I go to open the Advent for the Mandala Melts, and it was Yognog. I was like, sweet, that's awesome. So, very good, very strong. Yognog is clove and ylang ylang. It's very close to me, like a chai tea latte. Okay, let's do some Goose Creek here. A miss for me is Goose Creek's Blackberry Bourbon. I didn't get any bourbon. The blackberry wasn't very prominent. It was actually quite a messy melt. It was very oily as well. I forgot to mention that in my last video. It was very oily. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but it doesn't matter. I just didn't like it. It wasn't, compared to so many other Goose Creek melts that I've had, this just doesn't give me the throw that I really wanted. So I would not repurchase that. And the next two are banana, so I'll just hold them up. We have a banana pudding and we have sweet banana bread. Banana pudding, exactly what you see right there is exactly what I smell. I smell the creaminess of a custard or a banana pudding, the like a sweet and creamy, like I smell bananas, which I love bananas, and also those Nyla cookies, like the little cookies there. I smell that too. Now the difference between these two is this one's sweet banana bread, and I don't necessarily smell the icing, but it's definitely more of a breaded, like banana bread. So that's the difference. This is more of a sweet cookie. This is more of a bread, if that makes any sense to anyone. They both did very well. I'd say this one was a little stronger than this one in general, but they were both nice, very nice. I might repurchase those down the road, but banana, I have to be in the mood for it. So I don't have a lot. I love banana, but I have to be in a mood for banana to enjoy it. This was fantastic. Cookie dough bites. This was wonderful. I would absolutely repurchase this again. And it threw like crazy and it smelled so good. I wouldn't say I smelled chocolate, but the cookie dough is definitely what you get from that. All right. Let's go to Barrett's, Barrett's Wax Crafts. Now, none of these I purchased. One was a gift and two samples were given to me in a more, you haven't seen it yet, but a recent purchase de-stash. This was gifted to me and it was fantastic. I don't know if it's tea berry or tay berry, but this was really good and really strong. Definitely minty, but like a winter mint. It was very nice. If I were to purchase, I would definitely get this if you like that. It was a big sheep. Yeah, it was a big sheep. So I was able to get quite a few melts out of that. The next two are actually Lush dupes. And I'll let you read the scent descriptions. So the one on here is Snow Fairy, and the one over here is their Avo Bath. They both smell identical to the Lush scent. So he did a fantastic job in like blending this and making this smell exactly like Snow Fairy or Avo Bath from Lush. So those were really good. I went through one, okay, so again, we all have different noses. I talked about this in my last video that I did. We all have different noses. Everyone has favorites. I'm not knocking anyone for loving this, but I didn't understand the hype when I was melting it. In fact, I was like, what? I would never repurchase this. It's not that I hated it, but as hard as vendor wax is for me to get, it's not something I would repurchase. And that is from Rose Girls, Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board. And you can see the scent note descriptions there. It just wasn't, like, it was good, but for how I would rather, there's many other Rose Girl scents that I absolutely adore and love that I would 100% repurchase. This one was an oversight, and like, not oversight, but I'm just not in, nothing here stood out to me like saying I've got to buy more of you. So there was that. Okay, and then again, I don't know which video is going to go up first, but any chai tea scented things, wax things in the next little while that you see, I'm not going to go into big detail because I've actually got a whole video I've filmed. I'm just trying to put them up on my put them up so you'll be able to see them. So Cozy Chai is one of them. Sorry, long story short. Cozy Chai from Scentsy, and this was okay. It wasn't like my absolute favorite. I got this in the summer. And it was all right. It was good. For what it was very nice. But the one that stood out here, sugar cookie. A friend of mine who gave me this sugar cookie, and I believe it was the hazelnut latte. This one was by far the best. The sugar cookie was beautiful. If you like that kind of scent, I think that this would be something for you. But these things here, it's more yellow, and you can see I did point that out in another video as well. I will say that this is $8 Canadian, 2.6 ounces, $8. That's expensive, but whatever. Okay, we're gonna do some vintage chic scents. My friend Ramona sent me a while ago. She sent me a bunch of chunks of this Harlow from Vintage Chic Scents, and it is, and I wrote down, it's cranberry candy cane. So of course I saved it. I did melt a little bit in the summertime, but then I melted most, obviously, the rest of it for the winter. This is gorgeous. And I know that she being Kirby from Vintage Chic Scents, she actually had Harlow on a few, I think the last 2 restocks or something like that. And that was really, really nice. Highly recommend that. Okay, then we have, just trying to, here we go. This one I wasn't sure of on cold, but it's actually quite nice, which is good because I got a whole loaf coming down the road soon. It's Beautiful Girl Raspberry White Chocolate Cheesecake. It was good. It actually threw pretty well as well. Like, it was quite strong, so that was cool. This one was a little disappointing. Oh, my friend Sarah sent this to me. Let It Snow, Frosted Winterberry. It really didn't throw or anything, which normally VCS, the longer and longer you let it cure, the better. But like the Beautiful Girl was poured in January of 2017. This one was July of 2016, and it just didn't really have much of a throw. So maybe I should have melted it sooner, but anyway, whatever. Sweet Ferris Wheel Dreams. This was quite nice. I definitely got the lavender and the pink sugar and a little bit of zucchini bread. So it really, and I don't recall strawberries, but this is quite nice. I would say only a medium throw. It was a rose, and I cut it in three pieces. Surprisingly, the zucchini bread was not, like I say, the strongest note, which is nice. Just gonna tip this down a little bit so you guys can see. All right, we've got some rainbow melts. You guys know I love rainbow melts. I find her stuff, you can melt it the day you get it, but it's also as strong, or not, if not stronger, even the longer that you wait. And we're talking, like, I've had melts that were almost 2 years old, threw me out of the house, that kind of thing. So I did a lot of lavender melts from her, and one of the ones I did for my bedroom was lavender buttercream sugar cookie, and this was lovely. This was super good. I split it in half and used it twice, 2 different occasions in my bedroom, sorry, and it was very, very nice. And the next 3 that I'm going to show you, I cut each of these, so there was actually 3 melts to each of these, and I directly melted these in my bathroom in my small 18-watt melter, and it threw, like, I mean, but all 3 of these scents came around the corner, down the hall, like, I could still smell, like, they're super strong, and they were only just poured in October. I'll let you read the scent notes down below, but fantastic, you guys. I do love these kinds of scents. White Clouds is like a laundry, obviously, in my bathroom. That was there's like a 10 out of 10. I love the samplers from Crystal as well. This one was also very, very awesome, very nice. Would highly recommend. I hope she continues doing the samplers because that is definitely a way I can get her wax. And then this one here as well was in the bathroom. So all of these were cut up for 3 pieces total each, and love them. Absolutely love them. All right, now we have some sugar and spice. Oh my, I gotta go back. Apparently I've melted so much. We have a mystery. It is a mystery. Nobody knows what's really in them. Could be from your order, could be from another person's order. Let me just, I can't remember, I think it was, yeah, it was like coconut. There's definitely a coconut in there. I really like this. I love sugar and spice. If you haven't tried them, they're great. You can custom make your wax. Her wax is reasonably priced as well. Check them out. It's really good. I couldn't, and my sweet spot for sugar and spice is between 2 and 3 months from the time that you've ordered it. Like by the time from the pour date to melt time, the sweet spot for the best throw is around 2 to 3 months. Peppermint marshmallow. I love this one. Love it in my bedroom. I adore this mix. Peppermint marshmallow is gorgeous and throws 10 out of 10 on all of these. And again, these next two, oops. These next two were part of a video that, like I said, I've already got on its way. So there's a difference. There's chai tea latte with milk and chai tea, which is just your spices, like with no milk. Like if you were to have tea, this one would be the one that you add milk, and this one you go black tea. So I'm not going to say too much about that, but there will be a video shortly on that as well. So that's cool. All right, let's go to Bathing Garden. I did dive into my Bathing Garden because there's some Bathing Gardens I've had now for quite some time, since like March. So I wanted to get through some of the things that I've had for a little bit. This surprised the heck out of me, and I believe it's still, I think it's on her winter collection this year. Raspberry stockings. So I'll let you read that there. And although that's the scent note description, this smelled like Snow Fairy, luscious Snow Fairy to me. And I do like the smell of lush Snow Fairy in my home. I'm not a fan of wearing it like in shower gel or lotion, but that's just me. But this is fantastic. Yeah, I highly recommend this. It does not smell like Snow Fairy on cold, but the minute you warm this up, oh my gosh, I was like, whew, that is good. One of my all-time favorite coffee blends ever from any vendor was Elf Morning Blend from the Bathing Garden. So I'll let you read that as well. And yeah, this was fantastic. It's so strong. You only need 1 cube. And it's actually on her winter collection right now as well. A lot of these are winter collections. I was not as enthused by this one. And I think the reason why I was not that enthusiastic is where it says caramel. I think if it was just white chocolate, pear, pink sugar cookies, I think that would have been fantastic, but I think it lost me at the caramel. So I would not repurchase this. I don't think I did. Like I say, I've got a big, well, I haven't told you in this video, but I have a really big order sitting at my friend Christy's place. I can't remember, I have to look up on my emails, but to see if I ordered more of that. Because I probably wouldn't order any more. Anyway, Pearls of Winter. This was okay. I did not order it in my big order sitting at Christy's place. This is the scent note descriptions. It was okay. It wasn't as strong. Like Bathing Garden to me normally throws very, very well. This wasn't very strong, and it wasn't up my alley of scents. So I would not repurchase that. This is really good. Cranberry Fig. Of course, I love my cranberry. And I love tart melts. That's just it. And it was so nice to find something that was nice and tart, like it even says there. So that was absolutely awesome. That would be and will be a repurchase. And Sleigh Bells here. Sugar Dusted Pines, Orange, Peppermint, Clove, and a hint of apple. This is all right. That was good. And I think I've got another melt coming to me, like I said, at my friend Christy's. There we go. All right, now we're going to do, I've got towers upon towers of things here. I'm trying to be fast because I don't want my videos to be super long. I had one that was 40 minutes. It was ridiculous. Found this in a bin, stumbled upon this bin. It's a US wax. I liked it. I use this it's a dual, so one side is spiced sugar cookie, the other side is mocha frappe latte. I did use this whole thing mixed and blended, but I have more where I do want to try one then the other as a whole. and see how I like it, because I'm really hoping the mocha frappe latte will be good on its own, but when blended, it's the spiced sugar cookie that stands out more than anything. So I have a lot of it. I don't need to repurchase, but I might repurchase if I see it again, if it was really cheap. This I've held on since last year. Berry Spice, also a duo, cranberry chutney, and spruce. This actually was very, very pleasant. It was not intimidating or anything, because with tree scents, I'm never sure. So this was very nice. If I found another one, I might buy one more for next year. Oh, I saved this from last year. Canadians, the Sensationals. This is from Canadian Walmart. Sugared cranberries. This was gorgeous. You guys know I love my cranberries. Ugh, love this. It was so good. But of course, our Walmarts here in Canada, I don't know what happened. We barely got any fall new wax, and then we did not get a single winter wax scent. Ah, so frustrating. This is also from last year, Cran Apple Pound Cake from Sensationals. This is also a Canadian melt. This was really nice. It was very bready and like cranberry. Yeah, it was really, really good. I quite enjoyed it. But of course, our Walmarts don't carry anything fun anymore. This one was Throwback Thursday. I did pick this one up last year. Glistening Snowflakes. Smelled good on cold. A lot of people would talk about this as being a close on dupe to Bath & Body Works Sweater Weather. I tend to disagree, at least in my case. When melted, this was definitely soap, not repurchase. My mom picked this one here for us to melt on Christmas Day, and it was quite nice. I didn't pick out the cranberry per se, but the oatmeal cookie was quite nice. And my mom really liked it as well. So again, this is for my friends in the States, so I can't get it here, unfortunately. And this one I just did at the beginning, like, well, kind of beginning / middle of December, just to kind of get through some of these spiced pumpkins, blah, blah, blah. But this was pleasant. This was nice. Another American wax melt from Sensationals. This is nice. And I'm glad I melted it, but I'm also glad I'm done with those types of scents. Peppermint Vanilla Macaroon. So I think it's supposed to be macaron. I think we were talking about that. I'm like, what an error. A macaroon is coconut cookie, and a macaron is what you see in this picture. So one O or two. Anyway, long and short of it is, this was actually really pleasant. It closer reminds me of the, what was it, vanilla peppermint or something like that. Anyway, from Bath & Body Works. This was nice. I can't find it anymore, so I can't repurchase, but if I could find it, I would probably pick up one more for next year. All right, Super Tarts, here we go. Oh boy, we got lots of Super Tarts. Again, some Super Tarts I've had for quite some time, and I really wanted to bust into some of them. So these first three are samples that I received in a recent purchase de-stash. This is new to me. This is Super Tarts Blanched, and there is the scent note descriptions. This is really good. I definitely got the Downy more than anything. Really enjoyed that, and it was great because if I'll go to purchase soon, I would definitely look to see if Blanche was in stock. I'd probably purchase that. This was okay. Ice King. It was nothing spectacular. I would not purchase that on its own in a restock. Mr. Myers. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I love this. I have a clam. I've had a clam. I have another clam. This is just great. It's a beautiful scent. If you're ever on the fence on this, don't be afraid of the fireside. It's really not like the predominant note. Definitely give it a try. I recommend that one. And this one was rebagged for my friend Sarah because we did go together on a couple different orders a while ago for Super Tarts. And I think one of my clams must have broken, like this clam must have broken. So she had very kindly repackaged it and put the sticker on there and everything for me. So that was really nice. This is a fantastic scent as well. Pie Crust and Leaves, called Misery. This is beautiful. I have repurchased actually, so I'm glad I have more of this because this is wonderful. I'm not as fond of Bellatrix. I just recently melted this. I didn't really get much of a throw. Let's be honest with you, I didn't get much of a throw at all. So I would not repurchase this one. Let's see, Twilight's the Push. I know it's kind of a polarizing scent. I love this one. You can see the scent note descriptions down below. I exclusively melt this in my bathroom. I think very highly of this scent. Recommend it if you like that kind of fresh scent. The orange peel doesn't like claw out at all, but it was beautiful. It's definitely fresh. These two I melted together 6 different times because there are 6 cubes in each of these. So 1 cube of each in my bedroom on 6, obviously 6 different occasions. Go to Sleep on the left is pink sugar blended with our sweet lavender cream. And Lucky Charms cereal is a super sweet marshmallow amazing treat. These two together, many people make these into a pan. They do a lot of blending. I follow the Super Tarts Facebook page. This is very, very good. Highly recommend that blend. I've talked about this many times, Beauty and the Beast. This is, as you can see in the bottom there, one of my absolute favorite melts, and I would continue to repurchase. I do love it very much. Jaws, another fantastic melt from there's the scent note descriptions for the bathroom. I do melt all Jaws collections that I've ever had in the bathroom. Quite enjoy it. Hands down would repurchase any Jaws I've ever tried. Something that has not been restocked on her website in so long is this one here, which is Hedwig. I love this. I'm afraid of cream cheesy scents from many vendors, but Super Tarts does do a cream cheese for me very well, so I really enjoy this, and yeah, I love this, and there'll be a review on the chai tea, a video coming up, as I said before. And I love this one too. I wanted some fizzy pop, so I busted this out, and yeah, this is definitely going to be a repurchase again in the future. Love that one. Holy, I got this off of D-Stash. Fantastic. There you can see the scent note descriptions there. This was good. Pink sugar. The blackberry jam was scrumptious. And then the vanilla sugar waffle cone. Oh, I would get Harlequin, no problem, hands down in the future. It's a hard one to get because I do realize that that's normally sold out quite quickly. Then we have Slytherin. I love Slytherin. I have backups of Slytherin. You see the scent note descriptions there. Love it. I have repurchased, will repurchase. Is gorgeous. All right, so the last brand we're going to talk about is Better Homes and Gardens. So we have a few, and then I will part with you so then you can have the rest of your day, because oh my god, my videos are way too long. All right, scared me, and no, I will not repurchase. This was just too much for me and my nose. It was just too strong. I just couldn't do it, sadly, so that's a no. Beautiful bakery. I really like this very much. You can get the pie crust, pumpkin, blah, whatever. Pumpkin's just the spices, but this is quite nice. It definitely got some berries. That was very, very nice. This one, love it. Wish that candle companies would make this scent into candles. Love it, love it, love it. Now, it says splash. There is no fizziness to it. Splash to me, you would think that it would be like, say, the non-alcoholic fruit punch, that you would have cranberry mandarin and like Sprite in it. Unfortunately, is none, but if I could get my hands on more of this cranberry mandarin splash, I would probably mix it with a fizzy pop. I think that would be good. And you could probably use that all year round. Oh my god, one of my absolute favorites. Oh, so good. I wish more vendors would do tarts, if that makes sense. I wish that more vendors would do more tarty scents. So, love this one. Could not speak. That is hoard worthy right here. This was really, really nice. I got everything you see, including some of the greenery. I definitely get a very, very zesty, tangy, outdoorsy scent. I really like this one. Definitely would be something for the winter only for me because of that outdoorsy scent. Oh, sexy, hoard-worthy wax melt that if you can find it still, it is a holiday edition for the United States. This was fantastic. I realized I love fig in wax. I don't have anything else to say. Strength was amazing. Strength, throw, awesome. And scent appeal is a 10 out of 10. I melted this one just kind of get through it all. I'm kind of over this whole crisp leaves fall, blah, blah, blah. It was nice and it was strong. It was a little bit too cologne-y for me. Yeah, so it was an American limited edition. This one I got really nothing much to this. It didn't really there's really nothing much to this one at all. I don't think I got much of a throw. It was, well, that's it. That's now on scent memory. This was not pumpkin, not butter, not even cookie scent. It was cinnamon. A lot of spices. Not my thing. And then here we go. We've got wild berry cheesecake. This was gorgeous. Not too creamy cheesy, like I said before. It's something I could definitely tolerate. Really enjoyed that one. And last but not least, something I was a little bit, personally, I just didn't understand this melt. Nothing about, whoa, I just about tipped you guys over. Let's see if I can, see if I can fix you now. Nothing about this photograph of this wax melt screams anything what it smells like inside. It didn't smell like mocha or a latte. It didn't smell like candy canes. What was it again? It was like spices. Yeah, I got spices. It's almost like they they put the wrong sticker on the wrong package. That's exactly how I feel. Like nothing about the title of this or the photograph of this comes through on the actual scent that I'm getting from it. So this would not be a repurchase for me. It's definitely very spicy. All right, you guys. So there is what I've melted for the month of December, which is quite a bit. So as always, you guys, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye-bye.